And let's get started with this one today. Demi, plie, and stretch, and the tendu to second. Demi and stretch, tendu to your fourth. Demi and stretch, tendu to your fifth. Demi and stretch into your second. Two grand pliés and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Parallel stretch. Back to your first. Start over. Fourth back. Fifth back into your first this time. Two grand pliés, 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Pull the bra forward and back. Find your balance in first. And that is all it is on this beautiful Monday. And here we go. So I got a haircut. Aha. To the other side, please, and relax your ankles. let's go flat and a half and heel down and a half and full and a half and heel down. Brush it in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Flat and a half and heel and a half and full and half and heel and close. Same foot through. Rotate and side and rotate and through. Your toes one big fat plie in second and close. Flat and a half and a heel and a half and a full and a half, so that's just a ripple through your foot and a flat. Half heel down, half full, half heel close. Same thing to the front. 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8. Flex and rotate and side and rotate through your toes. Demi-plie, roll through in second from there. And that's it. And here we go. Flat out. Heel over toes. And back down. Heel over toes. Toes under heel. Brush it in. Side and feel your arch. Try to move your hips only minimally. And 5, 6. Then your toes, then your demi-plie in second position, and roll through. Keep moving, keep expanding. And relax. Did somebody open the door over there? Okay, here we go to the other side. And already be aware of both elbows being parallel to each other. Tall standing side. Plie in second position and close. Let's go 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1 and the front and the back and the front close plie. 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1 tendu front, side, and the front and the side and the back demi plie, and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 to your fifth, roll through and fifth soutenu. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, front and the back and the front and the close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, front and the side and the back. Demi plie, and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, back and the front and the back and the close. 1 and the 2 and the 3. I got lost in my arm here. Roll through your fifth and soutenu. 4 to first, 3 balance wise close. 4 to first, inside encore 3, this demi plie, reverse 4, back, front, back and close, 4 more close fifth, roll through in fifth and soutenu to the other side. Are we good? Here we go. Feel these isolated toes, 1 and 2. Balance while front and back and front, close first and the side, 2. Encore inside, front and side, back demi plie, reverse and 1, and inside, back and front, 4 more, 1, into your fifth, this time, roll through and soutenu. In case you were wondering, it should have been an en deux or port de bras the third time, not an en dedans. My dyslexia got the better of me. Okay. Just a little footnote. Front and the back and the front and the back and the front and the side and the front and the side and the front and the back and the side and the front and the back and the side and the front and the side. Back to front 4, back inside 4. Encore with changing legs. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Let's have that twice and be done with it. So there's no left side. And with 3 arms, of course. So you have front, back, then same leg goes front, side, front, side. Then you go encore with changing legs front to back, side, front. Then you have 4 encore from the back, ready to reverse and to repeat. And here we go. And front and back. Destination fifth, front and side. Encore is changing legs, 4. Encore back, side. Reverse 1. One more time on this side. And over. Make sure you're open to close. Active Yeah, make sure you accent into your fifth rather than going evenly out and in. Here we go. And just push down into the floor. And how about these nice sharp hands? Especially now. And now again. And again. One time out and two. Let's have dégagés 1 and 2 and 3, piqué 1 and 2 and 3, balance 1 and 3, balance 1 and 3, front and side and back and side, 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back, demi-plié, 1 and 2 and 3, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, soutenu, other side. Triple dégagé, triple piqué, triple balance twice. A little slower, encore 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Again, front, front, back, back, side, side, plié. Ready to reverse and go left. We got in, down, 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 and here we go, and a 1, 2, 3, piqué, through, front, side, back, side, 2, back, side, 1, 2 back, front and side. Hold on a sec. It's front, back, side. The last 2 are with changing legs, Gregg. Not with the same. After front and the side and the back and the side, 2 to the front, 2 to the back, 2 to the side. Before you reverse. Alright, here we go. Remember, just push these toes into the floor and close them again, rather than opening and closing your whole leg. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, down, down, down. First, now fifth. Now you're 2. Through. Encore. 2. That was better. Let's go coupé and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, passé and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, passé and 3 and 4, rise and 6 and 7 and close, 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Coupé 2 and 3 and 4, 4 dégagés. Passé flat and 3 and 4, 4 dégagés. Passé flat and 3 and 4, rise and 6 and 7, close 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, soutenu, other side. And here we go. Play 1, 2, 3, plie and 4, 3. Passé 2 and 3, let's not discriminate against our pliés. Passé 4 and flat. Now rise 2, close, and 1, 2. Plie coupe. Plie 4. Plie passe. Plie 4. Plie passé. And 8 and 6, sorry. Plie soutenu. Wow. Plie and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Passé 2 and 3 and 4. Just toes into the floor for everything. And close 1. All right, not bad. Let's go passé into relevé and the 4 port de bras and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. 8 on the jambes and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 to the bar and the 2 and the 3 and the plie and passé. 6 and the 7 and the 8, 4 more counts and the 2, 3 and the 4 up and over back. 6, 7 and the 8. Passé and flat and rise, up and over back, and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 8 on the down. Start this port de bras away from the bar, and the 3 and the 4, build your balance, and 6 and the 7 and 8, 4 more counts up there, port de bras forward into your parallel stretch. And that is it. Starting passé flat, rise into port de bras forward. 8 rondes de jambes, step à la seconde. Port de bras to the bar, close fifth, a little bit longer of a balance. Open to the back, 4 counts for your port de bras there. Reverse that and stretch. And here we go. Give your balance direction from the get-go. 2, rise on 3. And 4, open it into your port de bras. That's it. And the 6. On jumps 8 and low. choose your battles. If it likes to bite you.
I think it's just Monday spasms.
Yes, Monday spasms, also known as MS, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Left side, please, and let's do this in sur le coup de pieds. Back and the front and the back and the front, double front, double side, back and the front and the back and the front, double side, double back, double front, double side, double back, double side, petit, and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6, demi-plie. No, actually just lift it so we can go 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the back and the side, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the side and the front. Keep going with doubles, and 2, 3 and 4, petit, and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, demi-plie, close fifth, soutenu, other side. So in this case, we don't have a single flex in all of these things. So these are all in sur le coup de pieds with pointed toes. And here we go. on the same page. 1, 2, 3, 4, double front, double side. 1, 2, 3, 4, double side, double back. Now en croix, since we are not on the side any longer, no pity. 6, plie and close. So you have 4 slow beats, double back, double side again, 4 slow beats, double side to double front. Now you're in the front, so you could keep on going to the back, double back, and the side, and the front, and the side. No petit battement. Demi-plie, close fifth. Really see if you can let your instep fly off that ankle by a sheer force of rebound when you take your sur le coup de pieds. And here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and double front, double side. Again, and 1, right below your knee, double side, double back, doubles en croix, now front, and the side, and the back, and the side, petit, and the 1, 2, and 3. Try to feel that same rebound. Demi-plie, close fifth back, and 1, double back, double side, sharp hands, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and double 1, and front, to the back, doubles 1, and side, and the front, and side, petit ballon, to the other side we go, 1 and 1, and 2, try to be super sharp and precise, and don't forget your head, and 1, and last time, 2, and 3. And double back, double side, front, and pitch, and finish. All right. Let's go flex and point and fondue to the front, développé to the front. Flex and point and fondue, arabesque, développé, arabesque. Flex and point and fondue à la seconde, développé à la seconde. Let's close fifth front so we can have a nice circular quarter bar to the bar. Plié soutenu, other side already. Lifted flex, pointed, 1 fondue from there, 1 développé. Front, back, side, circular quarter bar to the bar, soutenu to the other side. That is all it needs to be. And here we go. Feel that nice long stretch in your calf with your flex and point, soft fondue. Développé, nice and smooth. You use both legs, good, and back, square right behind your shoulder. Circle. And to the other side we go. Super simple. One grand battement, one a little faster, soutenu. One grand battement, one a little faster, soutenu. One grand battement, one a little faster, soutenu. Back and the front, back, front, and the close. One grand battement, a little faster, soutenu. One grand battement, a little faster, soutenu. One grand battement, a little faster, soutenu. One and the two and the three and the close. If you could go twice if you want to, it's really short. One slow grand battement, a little faster grand battement to make room for a soutenu to the other side. The same to the side.
So is it the inside that does the?
Nope, the first one, alles seconde, doesn't change.
Oh,
So your
okay,
soutenu keeps going toward the same direction.
okay, got it.
So it's front, side, back. Four cloches and close front. You're on the other side. We should repeat it because it is very short. I see doubts in Wichita.
Was there a soutenu after the grand battement's back?
Yes.
And then the cloche starts from the back?
Yes, correct, and closes front. So you can start from the front on the other side.
And it was 1, 2.
One and the two and the three, soutenu and four.
But the cloche.
Yeah, one and the two and the three and the close. So I think it is fairly even all the way through. Okay, let's go right, left, and just push down and a little quicker and soutenu to the other side and side. Soutenu and back. And the back, front, stretch. And one to plie, finish plie, one. Finish plie, one. And one. Once again, and out. Remember, soutenu implies a spot and one. That's it. All right. Let's have a nice stretch. go front and the back and the front and the back and the front and the side and the front and the side, front and the side and the back and the side and the two, to change side. Front and the back and the front and the back and the front and the side. Fairly simple, excepting maybe for these arms. Front and the side and the back and the side. One and the two, one and the two, one and the two. Demi-plie, done. I'll be good to mark this.
Yeah.
Okay. Be aware of your fingertips. So very careful with these fast ones to really close them only, open to close, rather than getting too late on them. All right. And here we go. Oh, keep it right below your center. Jane, the last two are en face, the last two fast ones. They don't stay in the écarté. How about reversing this? Back and side, so that is back, arabesque and écarté back. Now the same leg goes. Encore all the way. 2, 3, 4. Now you have 2 to the back, 2 to the front, 2 en face to the side. You're on the other side. Especially with the first ones, but with all of them, try to really evenly suspend your hips in between your legs. Let your legs go front and back without necessarily moving your center along with your legs. Okay, here we go. Decisive toes and fingertips. One. That's it. Careful to really only push your toes into the floor with this, instead of just opening your legs. Right, just push down. Don't open it to the back so you don't get that little backlash thing. There we go. Dégagé, dégagé, coupé, tendu, close fifth. Dégagé, dégagé, just to get that pushing down business once again. Coupé, tendu to fifth. 1 and the 2, coupé, tendu, tendu. 3 to your fifth. Open, tombe, pas de bourré. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, plié, tombe. Pas de bourré. Two dégagés, coupé, tendu forward. The same to the back, the same to the side. One more tendu. Triple dégagé to first. Last one closes in fifth for a tombe. For a relevé, effacé, tombe, pas de bourré. Emphasis and pushing into the floor with your toes for these dégagés. Are we good to give this a mark? Okay. Is that making sense?
So 1 dégagé or 2 to start. Oh.
Fifth, coupé, tendu. That is what I mean with it sounds slower than it is. And always go coupé, tendu. So make sure, Jane, you're finishing up in the fourth plié or in the second plié out of your coupé. Is that making sense? No, from fifth to coupé to fourth plié. So it becomes a tendu rather than going onto a straight knee. Down, stretch, close. That's it. And down, stretch, close. That's exactly right. So find that floor. 2 plié, down, down and other tendu out of that. So the other foot goes for your triple dégagés. Over, one more tendu. One more tendu to switch sides. Tendu, tendu, now triple dégagé from there. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, plié, relevé. That's exactly right. So try to stay ahead of the music. Okay. Are we good to give this a go? And here we are. And fifth, open, go. And the fifth, open and go. And the fifth, open. Tendu, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left 1. And up and forward, close 1 and 2. And up and backward and 1 and 2. You could have it one more time. Sideways, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. There we go, and 1. Quick toes, and 1. 1. Keep your couplets nice and low. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, right. All right. How about dégagé, dégagé, on the or forward, and dégagé, dégagé, on the down backward, and dégagé, dégagé, on the or tendu, tendu. The rest stays the same. Even so, you could turn your effacé développé to go into your tombe pas de bourré, but I'm making that optional. That's it. And Jane, again, try to reach the same fourth position. Don't step out too far. And now you can find the floor under your feet. So small fourth position out of your coupe before you close. Is that making sense? Are we good? And then optionally, 1, 2, 3, 4, open tombe paddleboard. But as I say, it's optional.
Go ahead, Jay.
And it's not a competition. Okay. Here we go. Try to be super careful with how you go from your coupe into your next position, which is either a fourth or a second position plie. And find the floor immediately. Floor. And the last one opens FSA, so it's actually a direction change. Almost, not bad, not bad. Just make sure that you don't linger too much in your coupe if you're turning that développé. The opening of the développé has to happen during the second half of your turn. So think it as a développé entonant instead of just a coupe turn that opens. Open. See how that places you different? And of course, push yourself into your FSA forward so it doesn't push you back. Let's go développé. And 2, port de bras forward. And 4, through your first. And 6, relevé. 7, try to stay. And 8, tombe-lié. We have that same fourth position again. And 2, développé, écarté. Port de bras. Let's go away from the bar. No. To the bar. Close fifth. Or one more of these. Tombe, paddleboard. Développé. Port de bras forward, brush through, relevé 7 and 8, tombe-lié to écarté back, port de bras away from your bar, close fifth, up and over, tombe, paddleboard. So you get one more crack at that one. You need that one more time.
Well,
After the tombe forward.
There's only tombe-lié back. Développé, port de bras, relevé l'arabesque, relevé, plié, tombe-lié, to écarté back. Either this relevé or this out. It's really not all that important. Keep it right there. Close your fifth. Up and over. Paddleboard to change side. Is that kind of clarifying things? How's Gregg doing up there?
well, so from the écarté back,
Yes. Just take your leg. Just take your leg down and port de bras.
so here,
No, go the other way. Away from your leg. Yes,
Okay.
correct. Now close fifth back. Now have that little swivel turn to FSA forward.
Oh, for some reason I thought it turned. Okay, all right.
There you go.
I thought it changed directions.
No, it does not.
Okay.
I'm trying to be nice on this Monday. I'm not sure if I'm succeeding, but I'm trying. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns? I guess I take this as a no. Okay, here we go. Really try to have your arms very prominent throughout this whole thing. And feel your opposite arm super strong. It basically lifts your leg and one. Careful. Low shoulders. Totally and close. Equity. Into your port de bras. The other way, quick. Close your fifth demi-plie. Easy, open it as you turn. One. And one. Feel your structure. Stay exactly where you are, just open your arm and go the same way, quick. Demi-plie. No. It's to the bar, not away from the bar. And 7. And relax for a second. Yeah, port de bras to the bar, not away from the bar, correct.
Which means toward the open leg or the standing leg?
Toward the standing leg. That would be toward the bar.
Oh, okay.
Having the standing leg on the bar would be kind of complicated. Jane, in this case, it's really helpful to take your arms to third for the last turn rather than keeping it in first. And feel that closing side together with the opening foot to FSA 45 degrees. Also, let's make sure there is a slight tendency, Jane, to go like this, and now we have a problem with that développé. So really feel that standing side engaged. You're pushing yourself already forward. It's like a tombe. So that wants to be your direction rather than. And it's very subtle, but it makes all the difference in the world. So you really can stay in touch with your standing leg. And the standing leg can stay in touch with the floor. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so create equity from there. Just open it and go the same way where you already were in your equity back. Now you can close your fifth and go for it.
Yep.
Yeah. How about starting it on the other side today? And go one more time. All right, here we go. That's better. Really use your arms. Push down rather than lifting your heel. That's it, doing good. And equity. Demi-plie. Demi-plie. Easy, light. Yes, almost. But keep your arm in third when you open your FSA chain to help you to sustain it. Keep it up. And one. And finish. All right. Yeah, careful when you open your leg, you don't want to crunch it and fold in and push yourself backward. Out of the turn into the FSA. To the contrary, really push forward in your standing leg, so it is a tombe rather than a développé forward. Almost, much less force. You don't need any force for this. Up. A little bit better there. Super little force. But open your développé sooner, Jane. As soon as you feel your coupé, it's too late. So really feel it through coupé to open 45 degrees right below your knee. Jump. A little bit better. Yeah. That was the idea. Since we're talking about it. Oh, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Chassé forward, plié, pirouette, en dehors. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. 3 and a chassé, plié, en dehors, 4. Each time try to feel the same FSA front, regardless of what you do before it. And yeah, we need to start fairly far upstage. And then try to travel mostly sideways rather than forward, so you don't run out of room. Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's quick on purpose. All right, here we go. That's it. Good. almost. Okay. Let me slow that down for you. No. We did exactly what we needed to do. Now I'm just going to add something so it gets a little slower for you. So the tempo stays the same. However, it's 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Pirouette to your fourth, step back, plié en dedans, close fifth. Start from your back foot. Does it make sense as a change? Développé tombé pas de bruit. Développé tombé pas de bruit. Entonant tombé pas de bruit. Chassé through. Demi-plié to pirouette en dehors to fourth. Step back and plié en dedans to fifth. So now there is no rush because I'm giving you an extra phrase. So the pirouette starts on the new phrase instead of being the tail end of the old phrase. Do you want to mark this one more time for the music?
So there's 8 that you're not really doing anything then, right?
No, not really. Let's mark it. It'll make much more sense with the music. It's yeah, I'm just offsetting the phrases. So now you have more time for your en dehors pirouette and for your en dedans pirouette.
Yeah.
Just a little trick, a little choreographic device to encourage you to go further with your en dehors pirouettes. Here we go. No rush this time. Make sure you keep the turn out. You're going to the other side. There we go, Jane. A little bit better. Yeah, Jane, it's all in your closing arm. If that closing arm hangs back there, then this whole thing is just going to go poof. Yeah, so really drive it from your closing arm. We'll see this again tomorrow, what do you say? So nobody turns green in the face today. First, releve heels down. Second, releve heels down. Fifth, releve heels down. Fourth and fifth, and fifth. And second, fake out, no. Second, pas de bourrée toward your leg. First and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, releve and heels. Second and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, releve heels down. Changement 2 and the 3 and the 4, releve heels down. Échappé fourth, échappé second, échappé toward your leg. Toward your opening leg. This is all about pushing down, both in the sautés and in the releves. Well, we're good to give this a mark. Okay. All right. And here we go. Careful not to heave in your upper bodies, just keep it right below your hips. Easy échappé. And a second. Take it from your toes, not from your heels. Toes, 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 toes. Fourth. Toward your couch. There we go.
Alex, excuse me just a moment. I'll be right
Absolutely, absolutely. It'll be a total no-brainer. Changement, glissade, assemblée, changement, changement, glissade, assemblée, changement, changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée, changement, 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 changement. Change, glissade, assemblée, changement, change, glissade, assemblée, changement, change, glissade, 2 assemblées, 4 changements. And as always, emphasis on these very, very pointed, quick glissades.
Glissade, assemblée, changement, changement, glissade, assemblée, changement, changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée.
Yep, and 4 changements. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheap but effective. Very simple. Changement, glissade, assemblée, changement. Changement, glissade, assemblée, changement. Changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée, changement, 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 changement. Did you get this, Jane?
Part of it.
Let's
I'll
mark.
watch. Yeah.
Let's give it a mark. And then, Jane, if there are any questions, please feel free to ask. America. Yeah, it's a changement glissade sandwich. How's Jane doing?
Okay. Will you just say it?
Yes.
Alex?
Changement, glissade, assemblée, changement. The same on the other side. Changement, glissade, assemblée, changement. The same on the other side again. Changement, glissade, however, 2 assemblées. 4 changements. All right. Here we go. Easy change and a don't. Quicker toes still. There we go. make sure these toes are super quick. And just pushing down. How about adding that arm? Changement is through third to glissade assemblée. Changement. Changement. Arms go through third. Last four, just a slow port de bras. It's your favorite port de bras. One and two. Two assemblées this time. Yep. 4 changements with a nice 4 count port de bras. So let's give these fingertips something to do as well. And yes, if in some point you feel like flying away from your arms, that is kind of the point. All right, here we go. And that's it. Quick toes and fingers. Toes. Yes, Jane, how can I help you? And then start with another changement so you get to the other side. So there are 2 changements in a row instead of just one. Greg, I think we should be gentlemen and have it one more time for the lady in distress.
What about the gentleman in distress?
I didn't detect any.
Oh, boy.
So you're faking it fairly well. So
Okay.
there you go. All right. Keep your knees nice and soft. Take it from your toes. As soon as you lock your knees before your toes are fully stretched through, that is where we get in trouble. That is where jumps feel very, very heavy and where you don't get the full benefit of the power of your toes pushing the floor away. Yes. So Jane, super careful with that. Your knees like to stretch before your toes are stretched all the way through. That is why we have that happening. So almost think like you keep your knees bent the entire time. And when I say bent, I mean relaxed rather than locked. Okay. This way you might be able to actually think about your fingertips. Okay, here we go. And it's more like it. One more changement. And relax. That was a little bit better there, Jane, when it comes to your legs. Even so, you did Russianize the port de bras just a tad. But that is okay. Let's go. Unamas, glissade, jeté, pas de bruit, tombe de cuisse, glissade, jeté, pas de bruit, tombe de cuisse, glissade, jeté, pas de bruit, tombe de cuisse. Let's have one season ouvert, pas de bruit. Why not? 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. We can go the other way too, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. There's always a pas de bourrée after your jeté, right? Are we good to give this a mark?
Yep.
See if we can keep these glissades as nicely syncopated as we had before. Careful, there's always a pas de bourrée after your jeté. Ideally, you phrase it that you have 4 counts for the temps de cuisse. So fairly fast before that. So no stopping between glissade, jeté, and pas de bourrée. If it doesn't quite work that way, that's totally fine. All right. So super duper quick glissades. I think that's what this is all about. Here we go. And one. That's it. With one exception, your six-en ouvert should feel like the temps de cuisse when it comes to the opening foot to the front. So it's literally a dégagé, at least a dégagé from plié, one. Or one and the other. Yeah, that's right. So literally see it like a dégagé from plié. And you don't have to lift your hips into it whatsoever, they will lift by themselves if you do it this way. Are we good to have this one last time before we say goodbye for today? Good glissade action there. So yeah, really feel these 10 toes just pointing downwards. Here we go. Soft knees. Yeah, six-en ouvert is not a six-en fermé there, Jane, careful. However, for today, we are thankfully out of time, and you probably reached an internal temperature of 190.
We did.
Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will be seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.